Do you know what was the most ordered food in Swiggy in 2019? It was biryani. There are hundreds of varieties of biryani, but there is a black sheep among them. It's not mutton biryani, it is veg biryani. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. It was the final year of my college, and some of my new friends decided to take me out for dinner to a very special place. It was a very shabby restaurant, but apparently the food was very good. The waiter came to collect our order, and one of the friends said, "Hey, why don't we all have biryani tonight?" And all of them agreed. So they called them. They said, "Anna, one chicken biryani, one mutton biryani, one prawn biryani." They asked me, "Anirudh, what is it that you will have?" I'm a vegetarian, but I didn't want to be left out. I quickly told one vegetable biryani. The waiter looked confused. He was standing there for 5 seconds. I asked, "What, Anna? Any problem?" He said, "Sir, do you want vegetable or biryani?" "I want vegetable biryani." "Sir, vegetable or biryani? Look, we can give you veg fried rice if you want, or we can give you some non-veg biryani. There is no such thing called as veg biryani." That day I had a grand realization. Except for a very small population of some vegetarians, the entire world refused to recognize a dish called vegetable biryani. They had obliterated it from existence. To me, the term vegetable biryani became the symbol of something that isn't supposed to exist or happen. If you are at the wrong place at the wrong time, then your life has become a vegetable biryani. The biggest veg biryani moment of my life was my first job. I got posted in a place 600 kilometers from Chennai where I didn't understand the language that they spoke. It was not any unknown town or village. It was Hyderabad. The difficulty was not because I didn't know Telugu. In Hyderabad, in fact, more people speak Hindi than they speak Telugu. It didn't really matter to me because I didn't know both languages. So during my first bus trip from Chennai to Hyderabad, I asked the conductor in Tamil, "Anna, Medipatnam vanda solunga. Let me know when Medipatnam arrives." He said, "Sure, pa." So it was my first experience in a sleeper bus. I went sleep soundly because it was like a massage chair and the bus was just moving side by side. Then I woke up. I looked at my watch. It was 8 a.m. and I was still in the bus. I became a little scared, mainly because I could not read any signboard. It was all in either in Hindi or Telugu. So have you already crossed my stop? I started panicking a little. I quickly opened my phone and searched my current location in Google Maps. It said that I had still 1 to 2 hours to reach my destination. But I was not convinced. I was like paranoid. I quickly opened Google Translate for English to Hindi, typed my question and memorized the words. I just wanted to know when will Medipatnam arrive or has it already arrived. I went to the conductor and asked in broken Hindi, "Medipatnam aa gaya hai?" The conductor stared at me as if I was stupid. I checked Google Translate again. This was the right phrase to ask if Medipatnam had arrived. I had spoken correctly. Why is he looking at me like that? He asked me, "Why pa? Yesterday night only you were speaking good Tamil, no? Why are you attempting broken Hindi in the morning?" The place around me had changed, but it didn't strike to me that the bus conductor was still the same guy from Chennai, traveling along with me. For the next 1.5 hours, the conductor kept roasting me. Finally, Medipatnam arrived at 10 a.m. I got down and I decided to take an auto to my place. It's called Gachibowli. It is about 45 minutes distance from Medipatnam by auto. I walked up to an auto guy. He said 200 rupees. I said okay, and I got in. So about 10 minutes, everything was going well. I was just seeing the buildings around. In 10 minutes, he asked me a question in Hindi. I already got roasted in the morning. I was still recovering from it. I did not know whether to respond or not. I didn't want another roasting round. So I just responded, "Hey, hey, hey, hey." So he suddenly went into a flow and started speaking continuously. I wanted to maintain my facade and I kept saying, "Hey, hey, hey, hey." After about 20 minutes, he suddenly braked and stopped in the middle of the road. I wondered what happened. Auto breakdown. Something happened. Accident. He turned back. "Sir, aapko Madrasi hai?" "Hey, hey. I don't know any Hindi. Hindi nahi malum. Yes, I'm from Chennai." He slapped his forehead and kept cursing me for the remainder of the journey. At least I learned some bad words in Hindi at least that day. If you thought that my office life was any better, everyone around me always spoke professional English at the workplace. But when it came to lunchtime or evening hours, they always cracked jokes and socialized in Hindi, and I could never understand them. After a few weeks, I decided enough was enough. Me attempting to learn Hindi is like trying to make vegetable biryani tastes good. There is no point trying to make it work. It will never ever be good. So every time I travel by bus or by auto or met a shopkeeper, whenever they started speaking, I used to say, stop, I don't understand anything. I will take my phone, do something on it, and then tell them, speak now. I had something better than even Google Translate. My Hindi speaking girlfriend who lived at Pondicherry, I would have called her and put her on speakerphone. She would explain over the phone how there was no point trying to communicate in Hindi to me. And she would translate back and forth between me and the shopkeeper. She became the translator wherever I went. Remember this, folks. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. But when life gives you vegetables, please don't make vegetable biryani. If you can't learn Hindi, at least marry someone who can speak Hindi. Even more important, if you do not like some dish that your spouse prepared, for example, vegetable biryani, never tell them directly that it wasn't good. Secretly prepare and present a Toastmaster speech on it instead. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.